It's so tiny.
Very carefully. She's got to make sure that she finds the right one for this dragon here.
Hello, so I am back now from the Ren Fair. Here are my thoughts. First off, they did not have as wide of a food selection as they originally promoted. I was very excited because it said they had a bunch of food trucks / tents. There was going to be about 6 of them, and they did say that it would vary depending on weekend, but this weekend they literally only had one. It was a pulled pork and meat type of thing. That had like a smoker, which was really cool, so some good meat. But I was really excited because they were gonna have a vegan truck, was one of the things that they offered, that they said they were gonna have vegan vegetarian food. And I was really excited about that because I'm not specifically vegan vegetarian. I usually say that I'm pescatarian, so I was already in a little bit of pickle. They did have a vegetarian option, however, they had like a veggie burger or something like that. But I did end up getting pulled pork sandwich, which was really good because it was made in that smoker thing, so quite good. And the food wasn't too expensive. I want to say like $12, $13 per thing, but it was the only thing there. Thankfully, when we arrived, there was no line, and we immediately got food and just like hung out and ate. Later in the afternoon, being that it was the only food place to eat, there was a really, really long line, so that was not great. Other thing, to park, we had to park in this mall, and then a little shuttle bus brought us like 10-15 minute drive over to the park grounds, which was like in the forest. It was definitely like a campsite. There's a bunch of cabins everywhere, which is cute, I guess. However, it was sort of annoying that we had to wait for this shuttle to come pick us up to bring us places. We also had to wait on it to go back. It wasn't too big of a deal, but it was still sort of annoying. Also, the shuttles were really small. Thankfully, we made it on like the first bus when we were going there, and then there was like a whole line of people behind us waiting to go, so I felt bad for them, but we made it on. So we honestly only stayed for like maybe 3 hours. There's not that much stuff to do there. Maybe next year there'll be more. It was a fun time. It was only like $25 for tickets. I think tickets are like $10 now, but it's it was not that exciting, to be quite honest. I did appreciate that the booths and stalls that they had selling stuff were all reasonably cheap, which I was quite surprised about. They had a mermaid thing where you could like get a pearl from a mermaid and like take a picture with her, and it was only like $15 or something like that. So you got a necklace and you got to take a picture with her. And I feel like at the other Ren fairs you would have had to pay like $30-40 for that like experience and necklace or something like that. They also had a bunch of little things that were like $5-10. And then of course they did have like the leather wares and the clothing where you could buy corsets and stuff, and those were all extremely expensive because they're all handmade wares, and I completely understand that. But everything else was sort of reasonably priced, which was sort of surprising. They had 4 different stages. When you came in, there was one stage next to a bar. Then there was another stage over across the way, so you could hear both of them at the same time. And then there was one hidden a little bit into the woods. And then there was the main arena thing, which I guess you could call a stage. Sort of. They had a play going on, apparently, because there's a plot to the characters. And so they put a play on throughout the day. I think there was like 5 parts to it. I don't really know. Another annoying thing, you weren't allowed to drink while you walked around. I guess some sort of permit that they had didn't allow it, so you had to be within like a roped off area. So they only had 2 bars. They had the one near the entrance with that little tiny stage, and the stage always had just like sort of quiet little like bard music going on. They had different live performers there, but they weren't like rowdy things. They were just sort of like playing background music, which was cute, but it was sort of boring to just like sit there. You're just chatting with your friends and drinking mead, I guess. I like being able to like walk around or like dance. There was no like dance vibes going on, you know? And then like I love a good rowdy Ren fair, and it wasn't very rowdy. The other bar was at the main arena, so you could actually buy alcohol and walk around that little area, I think. Or at least they were letting us. I don't really know if they were supposed to be letting us, but they did. And so in that area, there was like the main arena, and then there was 2 or 3 little stalls that you could go look at. The performers were all great. All the shows we saw were pretty cool. And the mead was pretty good. It was actually like blueberry pomegranate flavored, so it was purple and very, very sweet. It didn't have that like honey mead flavor like I like though, but it's still really good. I don't really know if I'd go back. I do like that it's in the springtime. There's like no Ren fairs in the spring. I don't know why. They're only open in the fall. Makes me sad, but I do appreciate that it's in the spring. I guess I would go again if there's no other spring ones available. I guess. Those are my thoughts. Let me know if you guys went to Kingdom Faire down below and if you guys liked it or not. Bye!